On the eve of the brand new DLC coming out, I wanted to kind of reflect a little bit on what really, really rocks with this particular title. And it begins with a little journey over here. After a while, if you've been playing and following leads and doing stuff for people, you will notice you're going to come back into the village and you're going to see this robot laid over like this. Now, your first instinct is, oh, no, you killed that robot. I did not. I did not kill that robot. Somebody in the village did. Now, you can ask around the village, and eventually you'll find your way over to the Grendelhead Tavern, and you can ask him what he knows about it. And he's really, I think, the only option. There might be other options. He'll button up pretty quick. The bartender at the Grendelhead does not want to talk about it. But it's pretty obvious, like, some of your actions embolden the citizens to where they will even start to, I don't know, subtly test the might of the protocol soldiers here and there, just in case they ever truly need to fight back. I find that interesting. There's all kinds of interesting details in Atomfall world that you can get yourself mixed up in, depending on like what leads you follow, where they take you. I remember I was following a lead about these two Russian spies that were in a cellar. One of them was obviously succumbing to the fungal disease, and the other one left. So I followed his lead to another cellar in Skethmore, and he talked me into helping him build his radio with the promise that he could probably help me get it out. Well, I didn't think that that was an option, but I went ahead and helped him anyway. And after a little while, you come back and visit him, and apparently he got a message on the radio, and he goes and meets that person. He tells you not to follow because he cannot take you with him. Well, if you go revisit Joyce Tanner, who will be waiting for you in the interchange, you'll notice that he is now laying dead at her feet. And she'll come off with some story about how this guy was coming at her like, like one of those ferals. But what have I told you? Don't ever trust a chick named Joyce. Oddly enough, Joyce Tanner's ending is one of my favorites. Her and Mother Jago both are my favorites. The other four are just okay. I thought Dr. Holden's ending was a little interesting, but at the end it only proved that deep down inside he's just nuttier than squirrel shit. And I think that's what his ending was really all about. Uh, but yeah, we're getting ready to get some new endings for the game, which I think is pretty interesting because I finished all the endings. Now, that doesn't mean I played the game from beginning to end. I just had the perfect spot in the story where I could follow multiple leads. I only finished the game from beginning to end just once, and that was with Mother Jago's ending, but I did want to see how the other endings panned out. And the one thing that I noticed about the endings in this game is that the leads that take you to those endings, you can have a wildly different experience every single time. You can have as little or as much time in your own personal story. And I find that fascinating that they were able to pull that off. I mean, that's just wildly good. I know a lot of people said that they didn't much care for the inventory space in this game, but the truth of the matter is that the economy as it stands is a bit bare bones on purpose. The idea is to keep you moving in this world, keep you tracking down leads, exploring, uncovering the mystery. So having a heavier economy in your game is going to become an activity unto itself that could probably take a little bit away from that immersive experience. So for me personally, less is more in this case. And I can honestly say I'm not a big fan of restrictive inventory, but when you have a game's economy built the way this one is, you can, after a while, you start to see how unnecessary all that space was anyway. Once you have that one rifle that you can't live without, once you have that one handgun that you can't live without, the bow, a melee weapon, that's it. That's all you want. You've got just enough space here to where if you have to, you can craft a bandage on the fly. or an ointment if you know you're going to be going into an area where you're going to be exposed to poison or radiation or even the fungal spores, you can always just craft something on the fly. And less time spent in a storefront, less time buying and selling things for currency that may or may not be worth anything to you as a player, the more time you spend exploring the world. And I like that. I mean, I love it in Fallout where, you turn into an absolute loot monster and then you want to go and hurry up and sell all the stuff you found, because it kind of feels like that's a game unto itself. Well, by removing that and making this just a straight up exploration game where you are uncovering secrets and you have the right stuff that you want to play the game with, and that's all you need to focus on, that's just more time spent exploring and playing the game itself. I mean, once in a while, I will go out there to Slatendale, and as you saw probably in the previous video, I went ahead and I started harassing the outlaws because I shake them down for ammo all the time. So in the settings, you can actually turn down enemy encounters. You can make them more passive. There's so many options to play this game your way. You can go here and you can fully customize this experience to be exactly what you want it to be. You can turn down how many enemies you see, you can turn their perception, their aggression way down. Like you can make this game as easy or as challenging as you want, right? But I usually keep it on the dev's default setting because I think it's more engaging when I go out there and I harass and bully the outlaws and shake them down for their ammo. I mean, it's just gonna stand around and let me do it. That's not fair. That's not fun. So, but yeah, I wanted to revisit like what it is about this game that I really enjoyed. I don't really think I expressed that in my initial review. Uh, is it still a 9 out of 10 to me? Absolutely. And on the eve of the brand new DLC, oh, oh, it's more Atomfall. Now, I have heard that because the island over there is so close to the facility that it's going to be more of a challenge because it heavily infested with the fungus and the effects of it. So it's meant to be a little bit more of a real creepy, more challenging experience. But again, assuming things as they are in this game, you can always adjust it, I'm sure. I mean, you're still going to take damage, but you might be able to, apply the base game's adjustments to where, it's not gonna take the piss out of your experience, right? I mean, if you don't want it to be balls to the wall hard, you can always make adjustments, right? So, but anyway, yes. That is why I love Atomfall. You just never know. You really don't. Like, I mean, there's so many times where I'll have a conversation with someone, and based on what I've done so far, it's a different conversation. It's like each time you play the game is telling you a different story based on how you're engaging with the world. And I find that fascinating, and I love it. And I want more of it, baby. Anyways, so that's all I got for now. You all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, and yes, you know what I'm going to say. I will catch you on the flip side.